Hello guys, this is NES Dungeon and welcome back to another game collection video. Today we're going to be talking about the NES. I only have 5 games for the NES. My little brother got into retro gaming recently and he really wanted an NES for Christmas. So my parents made that happen. So I've actually been able to play a lot of these. But before, I just bought them because, I love video games. I'm sure, as a collector, I'm sure I'd get one eventually that worked. I never did, but I got to play them anyway. So I have 5 games here. So let's talk about them. First, Bart versus the Space Mutants. This game is bad. I got it as a joke because I think it's a funny meme. I love the AVGN video about Bart versus the Space Mutants. It's a classic. The Eat My Shorts section, amazing. It's just kind of like a weird relic of like Bart Mania and all that. I think Blue Shirt Bart's in the game. Just ultimate classic. And this is a really nice copy of the card, to be honest. C. Piccolo, he was the owner of this. Do not store in extreme temperature or immerse in water, okay? Again, another joke game. We got Urban Champion. I just love the weirdness of Nintendo re-releasing this game as like so many times. Like what is it? Like 5? Like the Virtual Console release. I think the on Wii U, 3DS. It's on the NES Classic. It's on Nintendo Switch Online. Like 3D Classics Urban Champion, like Jesus Christ, when will it be enough? There might be even others I'm not remembering, but yeah, this is just a meme game. It's fun though. I love having that black box packaging. It's so classic. Mario 2, hey, it's an actual good game. I love Mario 2. It's very unique. This is a very nice copy of it. It actually makes me kind of happy to own this and look at this. Yeah, Mario 2, of course, has changed in the West, as everyone in the universe knows. I do love it. It's just so unique, and it has a pure joy. Like, I don't know, I love the idea that the kids of the day didn't really care if the game was exactly the same, because it was still fun, so who cares? Pinbot. This is a game I got for my little brother, because once I found out he was getting an NES, I was like, oh, let's get him an NES game for Christmas. And I chose Pinbot because, for a few reasons. 1, developed by Rare, really cool. 2, it was involved in the second Nintendo World Championship, so it has like a bit of a historical value. And 3, I just think it's a decent game that's, it was cheap. It was like $10. He wasn't really into it though, so it's made its way back into my collection. So it kind of sucks, because it's like, I really did buy it for someone else, and, it's like, nah, I mean, owning it's fine. Of course, but yeah, he didn't really want it. Same goes with Monopoly. This was a gag gift because I love the NES version of Monopoly. There's this video, I think, by Computer Lab Hijinks that introduced me to it. This kind of like sterile, cold version of Monopoly, very minimalistic. Has these like nice animations, no music. It's just, there's something about it. It's like you can just imagine playing this at like in like the late 80s and in the dark at like 11 p.m. on like a Saturday night alone, and like, I don't know, like there's an impact to that. Like, this is like a core Monopoly version. There's just, I don't know, it's like the Monopoly that's inside your soul. And those are my 5 NES games. I could have more, of course. Mario Bros, very common. I could get that. My little brother has a few. I guess you could count Zelda. I have a sealed copy of Zelda. Well, not really sealed. It has a gash in it, which keeps it from being worth thousands. But, I've got Zelda. I could have Mario Bros. My little brother has, I think he has Kung Fu and a few other games. Top Gun. Mario 3, I think. So, Duck Hunt, of course. So, yeah, those are the NES games. I do love the NES a lot. I actually think people nowadays just don't get it. Like, I don't know. It's so unique. These are good examples of that, besides maybe, like, Mario Brothers 2. But the way they construct games is just so irregular and experimental and creative. Even the failures are just vastly just fascinating. Like, I don't know, there's something to a game like Fester's Quest, where it's just, or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where it's just fascinating how they make these decisions, and there's some amazing elements of the game and creativity, but they're just, I mean, they're probably rushed and destroyed in other ways, and just like, just imagining what if that took off, what if that actually worked, what if that became the Metroidvania kind of thing, what if that became the 2D action side scroller, like, I don't know. I sound like a retard, but whatever. um yeah, there are NES games I love that I don't own. Like Castlevania is one of my favorite video games ever made, and I don't own a physical copy of it. But if I did, it would, it'd be up there. I love it so much. And without the jank of NES games, you don't get the joy of Castlevania. Figuring out it's half the battle, it's half the fun. And I wish people were willing to give these games that time of day, rather than just writing them off as outdated relics of the past that have been, surpassed by other titles. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's such thing as definitive upgrades when it comes to video games, because if we consider these works of art, does making them less, does making them more accessible really make them better? I'd argue no. I think they can work as distinct works. Like, compare Metroid on NES to Metroid Zero Mission. Both, Metroid, of course, Metroid's a painful game to play. It's not even fun. But to say that the Metroid Zero Mission is, like, definitively better? No, those are different games. They have different goals, They have different ways of expressing their intentions, and I just think saying one is objectively better than the other is just silly. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's such a immature way to look at art. And yeah, there's a ton that can be, like, learned from just playing NES games and just really embracing them. I don't know. It's the kind of thing where I get why people are fatigued by NES. It's like the Gen X, the early 2010s, they were everywhere. Pat the NES Punk, like AVGN, every single NES all the time. And it was like probably annoying, because it's like, geez, just talk about something that didn't release in the 80s, the kind of thing. Like, there's more to life than NES. But now we're at the place where it's like NES just kind of, it gets written off when it shouldn't be. I think it's a fantastic console. Obviously, I don't have that many great games from it, but I don't know. It's water, the source of all life. Thanks for watching.